Talk and walk the walk. It's Tuesday and a locked and loaded show for everybody, and it's $5 Tuesday, everybody. So we're going to talk some NBA and some MLB. Dan, what do we got on today's show?
Well, as you mentioned, it is $5 Tuesday, so we'll get you pumped here in just a few seconds. But first, I want to let you know Ross Benjamin is coming on, a man who has been seeing the NBA year over year. He's got some game 2 best bets for you. We're going to talk Trailblazers and Spurs, Rockets, Lakers. Zigzag kind of worked for a lot of these teams. Does it continue tonight? Ross the Boss has a breakdown for you in that one. And then Drew Martin's coming on. He's got 2 MLB best bets for you. The host of Drew's Daily Diamond, that if you like and subscribe here on the channel, you'll always know when his daily show goes live here, folks. He's got Pirates and Rangers, Dodgers and Giants coming your way. And we'll also talk his Drew's Daily Diamond. We're going to take you all around the world. But Andy, right here at the top, we cashed in on DiVincenzo last night. Well done. No sweat. We said take him over 2.5 threes and an easy money there, Andy, as he nails 4 of them. So 4 straight on our WagerTalk Today play of the day. Stay hot, Andy. What's the best bet we have for the folks a minute into the show here today?
I got to go back to fading your Philadelphia Phillies. If we didn't go with DiVincenzo, we were going to go with the Cubs over 1.5 on the first 5, but we're not getting that 1.5. We're getting 2.5 at plus money. So I'm kind of surprised here, Dan. So it's 2.5 for their team total in the first 5, but only 3.5 for the full game. Huh. So we're going to take the over 3.5 for the full game here. They're facing a really good matchup here for them. Luzardo, he's gotten absolutely obliterated in 3 out of 4 starts. This guy's ERA is almost 8. The Cubs batters have had good OPS success against him, and it seems like their bats really came alive yesterday. 2 games, little bit below average, but at this 3.5 number, that means they've covered this in 7 out of 8. The Philly bullpen, 4.06 ERA. I know they didn't use a lot of arms yesterday, and they should have their main guys back. But I don't be surprised if they get over this in the first 6 innings, because Luzardo has been that bad. Even if he gets pulled, there could be some guys on base when he does get pulled. So we're going with the Cubbies. And by the way, wind is blowing out. It's only 10 miles an hour. Only 10 miles an hour. So it's just, don't overreact to that. But as long as the wind is not blowing in, we're going to take that one. So we're hoping to make this 5 in a row. And Dan, NBA plays, we remain perfect in NBA, perfect in the playoffs.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Stay hot, Andy. And after going 0-2 to start on this WagerTalk Today play of the day, we've ran the gamut here as we have hit 4 straight. Are we making it 5 straight? Comment below and let us know. And also let us know, what's your play of the day, folks? We would love to hear it. Before we bring in Ross, Andy, whether you're feeling a little down or not, you're under the weather, I know what'll get you going. $5 Tuesday. Hit my music.
Are you not entertained? They love it when I turn off the bass. Are you not entertained?
Love it. Love it. No, this is not surprising to anybody. We're running back another 4% NBA play. We've hit all 4 of them in the NBA. We get over once again with Cam Johnson last night. Got a 4% best bet. That's up only $5. I see a lot of people have jumped all over that one. So let's keep the streaks going, boys and girls, and let's hope the Sabres keep the streak going, boys and girls. We got to bring in Ross the Boss.
The Boss.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Did you ever lose faith in that game with the Sabres, or were you like, no, we can do it?
You know what? Even though they were down 2-0, I thought they controlled the play throughout the game, and they just ran into a red hot goalie at that time, Jeremy Swayman. But once they got one by him, the floodgates opened, and man, oh man, I don't know if you guys caught any of the tapes of that winning or the go-ahead goal by Samuelson to put him up 3-2, and the crowd reaction, both in the arena and outside the arena. It's you'll really appreciate the passion Western New York has right now for their beloved Sabres.
I should have pulled the video, Andy. I don't know if you saw it on social. The Sabres fans getting amped before the game. So they have one of those like boxing dummies. And then they got these dudes in full skates. Like rollerblades. Dude fell down and he kept on driving, man. When Buffalo sports are firing, man, it's one of the funnest towns in sports. So I'm hoping, Ross, it continues, and I'll knock on wood as I am. The newbie mush is something that is surely real. So I will not hop on board. I'll root from afar, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Well, good luck to you guys tonight. I'm actually going to do a Alex Tuck prop here later in All Around the World, Ross. So let's have him to have
Alex
a point.
Tuck is a beast, Andy.
I'm taking him to have a point. I'm taking him to have a point tonight.
Talking about a guy who 67-point regular season, had a goal the other night, had an empty netter, and he had 10 hits in that game. 10.
Love it. Yeah, he's a beast. So speaking of else, you know who else is a beast is Wemby. First ever unanimous defensive player of the year. They play tonight against a Trailblazers team. They just seem to be I like Portland. I liked them in the playing game. I believe you and I both were all over.
We both had him. Yep.
Yeah, we both had him. I love this Trailblazers team. They're just a little bit outgunned here. But we're talking point spreads here. So minus 11.5 over under 220.5. How do you see this game?
Well, I'm going to look at the first half point spread here, where we're seeing San Antonio anywhere from a 6.5 as much as an 8.5 point first half favorite. And that's alarming to me, because anytime I see a point spread, first half point spread favorite, which the game point spread is, they're minus 11.5. They're as much as minus 8.5 in the first half. So that tells me the odds makers fully expect San Antonio to come out smoking once again. And their track history will prove that they've done that. I mean, they played San Antonio's played Portland 4 times this year, 3-1 straight up at ATS against the first half number. This is the third meeting in the last 14 days between these teams. And the last two, San Antonio in game 1 led by 10 at the half, and also led by 10 in the last regular season game they played each other. The Spurs, by the way, in the first half this year, 56-27 against the spread, 67.5%. That includes 15-3 against the spread in the first half. Over their last 18 games, that's 83%. And this is a San Antonio team that averages 119.6 points per game. And why do I mention that? Well, because Portland is 3-4 against the 3-14, against the spread in their last 17 games against the first half number, when facing teams like San Antonio that average 116 points or more. And lastly, Portland 1-6 against the spread this year when facing teams like the Spurs that have, and that's on the road, 1-6 against the spread on the road against the first half number, when facing an opponent like San Antonio with a 700 or better win percentage right now. San Antonio has exactly a 750 win percentage on the season. So I'm going to lay the points with San Antonio in the first half. I would go -8 or less first half point spread bet on San Antonio. You can get 6.5 right now at, I believe, FanDuel at -118. Most books have them at 7.5.
All right, first half in Trailblazers versus Spurs. It is $5 Tuesday. Ross, what do you have rocking?
I'll have one NBA, one Major League Baseball, one NHL winner. And you know what, folks? The NBA playoffs since 2021, 154 and 108, 59% up, 135.94 units, 5-1 with my last 6 in the NBA playoffs, 10-4 in all sports since Friday. And visit me at wt.buzz/RB to get all my daily packages, as well as some of the great all access plans we got going right now at WagerTalk.com.
All right, Rockets and Lakers here. Kind of a tough one here to break down. I'm going to check the Kevin Durant, but he's just going to be questionable, probably pretty close to a game time decision. What do you do with this game?
Yeah, questionable at playoff time usually means probable when it comes down to it. But in any event, look, I know you guys mentioned the zigzag theory, and if you wanted to use that theory, you certainly would come back with the Rockets here. But the Rockets is a 2.5-point favorite in game one. Were shut down completely in a 107-98 loss against the Lakers. And the Lakers 3-1 straight up in ATS against Houston this year, and that includes 2-0 straight up in ATS in their last two. And in those last two against Houston, including game one of the playoffs, they shot a combined 60.6% and 49% from beyond the three-point line. As a matter of fact, the Lakers shot over 60% in game one, and Portland shot just a tad over 37%. And I'm going to get to why I mentioned those stats in just a bit. The Lakers, despite their injuries, and again, they'll be without Austin Reeves and Luka once again, and you're taking 56 points per game out of the lineup, guys. But that didn't seem to matter in game one, and I think they'll be fine in game two. As a matter of fact, the Lakers, by the way, 4-0 straight up in ATS in their last four, dating back to the end of the regular season, winning those four games by 19.3 points per contest, despite those key injuries. And here's why I mentioned the shooting percentages in game one, specifically for the Houston Rockets. Since the 1998-99 NBA playoffs, home teams like the Lakers that are facing an opponent that shot 40% or worse in their previous game, and that same opponent allowed their opposition to shoot 60% or better in their previous game, 30-3 straight up since 1998-99. It's a 91% win rate. Yeah, it's a straight up betting system. However, the straight up betting system backs the underdog in this spot. And I am going to go with the LA Lakers once again, plus 2.5 over the Houston Rockets.
Do you believe really hardcore in the zigzag theory, Ross?
I think it was a lot more effective before it became widely known how effective it was. And I would venture to say in recent years, it's leveled off a bit. I know probably if you go back 5 years ago, it was an excellent way to go. It's still not bad, but it's not as dominant as it was prior to probably the 2020 season. So I pay attention to it, Andy, but I'm not married to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. So, I mean, once these things start getting out there, the books know it.
Yeah.
So it's you may know it, but it's not like the books are, complete. Oh, what's this zigzag theory? We've never heard of this before.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing when in college football or college basketball, when you got an unranked team favorite against a ranked team. Now, the unranked team used to be a high percentage play. It's leveled off a lot. And like you said, Andy, good point, is once that gets around, we're living in an age of social media right now. Everyone can't wait to share any kind of information like that. And it gets stale. And the books overcompensate for it. So.
Well, and Ross, you kind of even explained it the way that you were breaking down that game. You mentioned, Rockets favorites in game one, albeit small favorites, they lose outright. And it is baked in that, now this team, they're not going to lose 2 at home. Now you got to lay 5 with them, and it's moving north of that. So to your point, Ross, and to Andy's point as well, you're not sneaking up any of your formulaic things on these odds makers. You know what I mean? That's why you never go into a casino or you never go into the sports book and see a burnt out bulb right there, Ross. They know what they're doing a little bit.
By the way, they're on the road, Dan, and I would put a lot more stock in that, what you alluded to, if they were coming off that loss and they're playing at home, Yeah. But again, they're playing on the road in 2 consecutive games, and the Lakers, they're a 2.5-point dog because of the 2 players I mentioned that are out, and they're key players. but they've responded very well. How long that lasts, I don't know, but I'm willing to ride that right now.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Ross. Anything else you're taking away from NBA playoffs so far?
Good question.
We're seeing a lot of unders early on, so and we're seeing the numbers start to drop. So be wary of that, because if you look at the totals in the NBA right now, just today, and you look at the regular season matchups between those opponents, you'll see a noticeable difference in what the average totals were during the regular season in those head-to-head matchups as opposed to what they are now. And some of that has been even adjusted more because of the plethora of unders we've seen so far in the NBA postseason. So sooner or later, that tide's going to turn. Don't fall in love with a over or an under because it's been doing good for the last 3 or 4 days, because the books know that too. And the books prey on people falling in love with those types of things and making the proper adjustment.
Love it, Ross. Love it. What are you doing for the Sabres game tonight? You go out? You stay home?
I'm homebody tonight, and I don't like going to bars to watch my team in important games because people say stuff that piss me off. And as you know, Dan, Andy, for sure, and Dan does too. My filter's not that good.
No, you, Ross?
Yeah, it's,
We've heard.
Known to be opinionated.
Stories. But when you say the filter is not that good, that would imply you have a filter.
That's a good point.
So I can only imagine, Ross. So
yeah, I mean, whatever way you want to look at it, tomatoes, potatoes, whatever, but anyway. Yeah, it's just nothing worse than sitting next to some guy who's got 4 beers and 5 shots of Jack Daniels in him, and he's booing the Sabres power play when they're up 5-0, so.
I love it.
Man, you can understand that from living in Philly, man.
Absolutely. I mean, it's they're cut from the same cloth for sure. And that's my thing too, is like people are always like, oh, what are you doing for the Super Bowl? What are you doing for the game this weekend? Even regular season games, no, like those days have passed, because just like Ross said, you had these idiots who are so loud, and they're a week 2 NFL game, and they're screaming and acting like that it's the Super Bowl, and it's probably because they threw a little bit too much of their bankroll on one of these teams. So I'm right there with you, Ross. I can't do it. So let us know, folks. Are you a homebody when your team is playing, or do you like going out to the bar?
And when I go to the games, guys, I spend a lot of money to get good tickets, because if somebody wants to act like that in the rows or surrounding area that I'm sitting in, they pay good money to do so. I have a little more tolerance for that,
That's
but
fair.
Usually when you buy those good tickets, you don't get those types of what I like to call apes that don't know what they're talking about.
Oh man, Ross is pricing out the riffraff. Is what Ross is doing when he's going to the game.
What I mean, Andy, about the filter, I mean, I can't help myself.
Yeah,
good,
when
Ross,
you bark back and then you bark back to the wrong guy, he's up in your face, and I get it, Ross. So hey, I'm glad you're going to be at home for the Sabres game. I hope they get another dub for you. You mentioned you're on that hot NBA run. Folks can go over to your page, wt.buzz/RB. Check him out over there. $5 plays loaded. Ross, always a pleasure, my man. Thank you.
All right, man. Love you guys. Take care.
Right back at you, Ross. The boss has left the building there, Andy, and he's not leaving the building. He ain't going nowhere for the game. Don't even ask.
No. We can go over a little bit of a steam report, show you where the line moves are coming from. Biggest move is probably in this St. Louis Miami game, fitting because I see Drew Martin wearing his Miami hat. Miami's moved to the favorite after opening up as the underdog. We got movement on the over in Detroit and Milwaukee. Cincinnati, actually, I take that back. Cincinnati's been a pretty big line move. Tampa Bay opened up at -120. Cincinnati, now you can grab it -115. A little bit of money coming in on the Nationals. Have fun betting on the Nationals. That pitching staff. Money coming in on the Mets. This is an obvious fade of the Minnesota pitcher, but That thing's being hammered. That opened at minus 131. That thing is all the way up to minus 170, 172 on FanDuel. Your Phillies are taking some money.
Good luck. Have fun. I mean, it can't hurt him to get away from Citizens Bank, but I'm not betting the Phillies here for a while, man. Until I see a sustained, because we saw that outlier game, right? When the bats exploded, and then they just went right back to being a broken down 1982 Ford Bronco. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So forget it.
Yeah, I it's too early in the day to get confirmation on it, but yeah, that is the line move. So we got some movement on the over in the Baltimore Kansas City game. And where's that Dodgers game? You see how many pitchers are out for the Dodgers in the bullpen?
Yeah, the bullpen's decimated. You got to think Yamamoto is going to be going pretty deep in that one, and Drew's actually going to be breaking down that game. So I'm looking forward.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, that would be a good prop to look at. Yeah, over under 7 on that game. Really, really interesting. So we'll get Drew's thoughts on that one. So
well, before Drew hops in here, Andy, you mentioned it at the top when we played our $5 Tuesday to get us amped up. But what do we got rocking? I just put in 2 lacrosse plays that are going to be up for our lacrosse all access and all access subscribers. So that's going to be up here after the show. We got a future for you and a play for Wednesday. So that's what we'll have rocking in lacrosse action coming up. But that's not all we got over at wt.buzz/AL.
No, we've got a baseball. We have 2 baseball plays. One is that Cubs team total over. We've got another play in the Royals and the Orioles game. And we've got a 4% NBA best bet, and that's the one that's our featured $5 Tuesday play. Lines are starting to come out in tennis, so if I have any, those will be up a little bit later today. But again, 4-0 on the NBA run. If you're looking for something a little bit more long-term, you can use that Summer Spectacular. We are going to be high volume in terms of the amount of plays that we have. It's not isolated in one sport, but we've got NASCAR, we've got Formula One, we've got golf, we've got UFC, we've got PFL, we've got NBA, we've got NHL, we've got all these sports that we specialize in. So you want something long-term, you can use that Summer Spectacular. For us, it's going to come out to less than $1 a play. So we're going to have multiple plays each and every day in some of these sports. So looking forward to that, but really looking forward to going 5-0 in the NBA playoffs. So it's only $5. Cashed our Cam Johnson play last night, looking for another player prop again tonight. So that's over at wt.buzz/AL. I'll be recording the prop line right after this show. We hit our same game parlay and our play of the day yesterday. So that show's going really, really well. So, but let's bring in Drew, and we got to talk some MLB. Hello, Drew.
What up, Drew? That's a nice looking hat, man.
Oh, thanks, boys. Hey, how are you, Dan? How are you, Andy? And yes, decided to rock a little fish hat, man, and talk some baseball on the Tuesday slate with you boys. So
dude, I love the pins. Yeah, the pinstripes, badass, man. I'm loving that one. Drew, you always come fitted properly, but I'm a big fan of that lid you got. I might want to grab one of those myself.
Well, Dan, let me ask you, man. Non-biased, you and Andy, are the Marlins teal home uniforms the best uniforms in baseball, in your opinion?
I mean, so I'm a big fan of jerseys that pop like that. So
I'm talking old school. The old school.
Yeah. So the only one that I would put into that conversation, I love my Philly powder blues with that red trim that pops a little bit. So you're not far off, Drew. But if I was going toe to toe, I think I would lean the powder blue just because I like how that red pops. But there's a case to be made there. There's a case to be made. Let us know best throwback uniforms in the MLB. Let us know what you're thinking, because Marlins, those are up there, brother.
Oh, and I love the comment too, Dontrell Willis. Yes,
Dontrell Willis
all the time.
If only we would have gotten that baseball, Andy. Shit. If only we would have gotten
great nights watching that boy. Watching that man just dominate out there. Do you remember when he first came into the show, man? That guy was electric. Yeah.
Yeah, absolute beast. And yeah, I'm looking at these teal unis right now, Drew. They are pretty tough, especially the ones they're Sunday uniforms. I love the patch that they have right there on the side, Florida Marlins. That's good. That's looking good, Drew. Hey, well, we can talk fashion in the MLB all day long, but let's talk action first here, brother. And let's start with start time. So we'll do this Pirates and Texas Rangers game here first. Texas has to be happy about the fact that they're just finally coming home, right? 16 of their first 22 games, Drew, on the road. So now it's a 9-game homestand that starts off. You think they're going to start it off on the right foot? This is essentially a pick 'em price that we're seeing here. Pirates against Rangers. And I don't know if you've seen it yet. I have not seen them name a starter. So I'm not sure if you have any more info than I do. But Pirates, Rangers, how are you looking for this game?
Yeah, a couple of things here, Dan. I mean, one, that you bring up the scheduling. Usually it's not like a team that has a retractable roof, a team in Arlington, where they kind of hold off on a lot of home games. Yeah, which I think is smart for Manfred, for MLB to kind of do their scheduling that way. So you're not having like opening games in late March, early April in very cold venues. It's just kind of not how baseball, in my opinion, should be played. So teams more like the Marlins or the Padres should get more home games in April, and then kind of let the colder weather cities get more home games in the summer months. I think that's actually a smart thing for the sport. Usually you don't see it with teams like the Rangers, but that is a good point to get back home. The problem is the first one back home, game one of the series. It's not necessarily like long-term a great bet on spot. They've also lost 2 straight. And they're going up against a really good pitcher here for the Pirates in Molzinski, the 27-year-old former first rounder out of South Carolina. He's got a sub-1.8 ERA in 4 starts. He just went 6 innings, giving up only 2 hits his last time out. So you talk about a hot pitcher they're facing. He might be bringing it here. And we got to bring up the fact the Pirates kind of quietly, I at least haven't heard a lot of people talking about them, 13-9 on the season, plus 25 run differential. I don't think a lot of people had that on their bingo cards heading into the 2026 season so far. And with both teams off day yesterday, their bullpen's going to be rested here. And to your question about the Texas Rangers starter, yes, it's still officially undecided here, but it does look like, you know, when you can do more research into that and go into the team pages. And it does look like the Rangers are going to go with Kumar Rocker, the 26-year-old former first rounder, top prospect. But he really hasn't kind of come in, you know, what a lot of people thought he would be. He's been hard to hit, but at the same time, he's had control issues. He just had 4 walks his last time out in only 4 innings. He doesn't last very long. So overall here, Dan, you could get the Pirates as high as plus 105 last night. It's now more just plus 100, but risk 100 to win 100. I actually like the dog here and listing Molzinski as the starter. So I like the Pirates over the Rangers.
I like it. You know, we love it when we got a barking dog alert. So Drew Martin looking towards a small pup, but a pup nevertheless. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Andy. I don't care if they yell at me.
And anybody got to say anything, you let me know. That's my dog.
Whether or not it's a big dog, I don't care. It's a dog. Let's go with the Pirates. And Drew, before we talk the Battle of California, Dodgers and San Francisco facing off for, I believe, the first time this season. Let's find out what you got. $5 Tuesday. Great day for folks to try out a new capper if they never have before. Just $5 gets you some action here. What do you got rocking, and how's it running, brother?
Yeah, got a 4%er up for tonight, just $5, like you're talking about there, Dan. And actually off a loss last night, so in bounce back mode, kind of one of those situations where the bullpen goes against you, but it's a 162 game season, so that's going to happen. So hey, bounce back mode tonight off the loss yesterday. Overall, it's been a good run in MLB. So yeah, you can go take advantage of a big bet going here on Tuesday night for a big discount. So yeah, just $5 Tuesday.
I love it. WT.buzz/DM. Quickest way to get over there. Grab the $5 play today. All right, let's talk this Dodgers and Giants game, Drew. And interesting note, though, for all that Yamamoto or Yamamoto, however you want to pronounce it, however, you know, all that he has accomplished this season, or, you know, in his career, rather, he still has not bested the San Francisco Giants. He has not recorded a win, and not for lack of trying here at Oracle Park. 4th career start. That's his most at any road site that I'm seeing here. And in all those starts, 0-1, 3.03 ERA, 5 career starts against the Giants. So for all the success and all the lauding and ballyhooing we can do for the starting pitcher who's on the road here tonight, one thing that he has not done is bested this Giants team. How do you see this one shaking out? LA, obviously, as they usually are, pretty big favorites on the money line.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in those stats you just brought up there with Yamamoto, because actually his last 2 starts against the Giants, he only gave up 1 hit each.
Yep.
And that was late last season. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of what you were talking about maybe a couple years ago, for whatever reason, at least late last season, he kind of turned that around. And the Giants offense overall, including last season, has their question marks. Sitting at under 500. They were off yesterday. They kind of got a tough trip here. First game back home, kind of the same situation the Rangers were in, going cross country. I don't love that bet on spot. They do have Roop on the hill talking about the Giants. 12 innings, just 1 earned run in his last 12 innings, and 1 hit in each of those last 2 starts. So, hey, he's won back-to-back starts. The problem is he's taken a big step up in class here against this Dodgers lineup. We know what they're able to do, 16-6 on the season. You kind of go up against the LA Dodgers. That's always a tough proposition. And talking about Yamamoto, talked about his success against the Giants. He's got a 2.1 ERA, 21-3 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. Gotta love that. Problem comes down to, if you're looking to bet the Dodgers laying this big of a price tag, it's not something I'm into. So you either look towards the run line if you want to stay on the side. You could go that route, but I actually heard you guys talking, kind of leading in here, teeing it up. Some of the relief arms for the Dodgers in question. They were just playing against the Rockies, some high scoring games there in Coors, now coming back, more towards the coast. I don't love that schedule spot either. Overall, guys, I think 7 flat here. We've seen a little bit of over money. I agree with it. I know it's a pitcher's ballpark at night, not something, but we got that Dodgers lineup on our side, some pitching question marks in the later innings. I like this over. And Dan, you said something, and I didn't get down on this, but I thought it was a great angle. They're likely going to keep Yamamoto in a little bit extended here. Yep. How about that strikeout prop for Yamamoto? And I don't have it up, but I like that angle. I'm going to go check that one out.
Yeah, I should have grabbed it, because Andy and I were both kind of talking about that. Hey, if your bullpen is taxed and you got an ace on the mound, even if he struggles a little bit, you don't want to turn to that bullpen, because once that ball leaves Yamamoto's hands, there is no going back. So, so leaving him out there a little bit more, maybe recorded outs, maybe attack strikeouts. Andy, do you have those numbers in front of you at all? Are you seeing anything?
Do I have Yamamoto strike?
This is the prop guy. Yeah. What do we got?
It's 5.5, and I love it. It's probably going to be a small client play for everything you just said. And he's been great against the Giants, just historically 7-10-7 his last 3 games. And so, yeah, I mean, his outs prop is 17.5, but it's minus 180. So they're telling you he's going deep. As long as he's decent, he's going to go well into the game. So love that look, Drew.
Yeah, and for sure. Go ahead.
One thing I wanted to underscore too was I mentioned the interesting note. It's more just kind of like a trivia, some Barney at the bar stuff with Yamamoto not recording a win. It's not like Raup has been all that great against the Dodgers either. You were mentioning, hey, this total feels low. I know it's a pitcher's ballpark. Raup, 4 previous duels against the Dodgers, 2 of them were starts, 0-2 with an over 7 ERA. So he's averaging over what the totals allowed. Obviously, that's no indicator of future success, but an interesting note nevertheless when you're taking a look at a pretty sizable starting pitching edge. Drew, the insight you bring on MLB, man, we love it. Every week we get to chat with you here. And folks, if you need more Drew, you can check out Drew's Daily Diamond. Tell him about that show, Drew. And if you're subscribed, you'll always know when it goes live here on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Just recorded it actually before we got on. So, hey, if you're looking for a couple more MLB bets for free, you can go check that out. WagerTalk YouTube channel. Drew's Daily Diamond, breaking down 2 to 3 MLB games each and every day. So, yeah, got that rolling. Got the 4% up for $5 Tuesday going today with a bunch of streaks behind it, guys. You can grab that as well. But, yeah, as always, Dan and Andy, fun being on with you boys.
Appreciate you, Drew. Keep the swag, and the bounce back is coming tonight. I feel it, Drew. Appreciate you, man. WT.buzz/DM. Go check out Drew's best bet now. And Drew's Daily Diamond, folks, hit that subscribe button, and you're going to get it every time it goes live here on the channel. A great show to get you prepped up daily for MLB action.
Seth pointing out some good trends. Kansas City, 95% nerfy. Why can't we find these streaks to begin with? Damn it. Baltimore, 91%. Those are good ones, Seth. Great ones. Those
are good. Well, good research. Good research by the Seth department there. Well done, my friend. Andy,
all right. Yes.
Real quick, I know we got all around the world and everything. I wanted to give another shout out. We've been keeping our eyes on the Atlanta Hawks and New York Knicks series. Hell of a game last night. The Hawks end up pulling it out, which means the Teddy backers were entered in for the free 3-day flex pass. Andy, I think this is the first time that you've all put in air quotes because it's a series lost. You've hit like 6 straight for people, and now Teddy finally got a lick on him. Thomas Hale, congratulations. He commented, great show, as usual. We appreciate you. He had to go with Teddy and the Hawks. He thinks that the Knicks just don't have that spark. Well, Thomas, they might not have that spark, but you have a free 3-day flex pass that will be loaded by the end of the day over at your WagerTalk, under your WagerTalk username. So congratulations. We'll keep our eyes on the Knicks Hawks series. That the folks who commented with their WagerTalk username, boom, they were entered on in to win a free 3-day flex pass. We've given away 2 of what could potentially be 7 winners. And Andy, I think we're going to have 7 winners. I think that game's going 7 personally.
It was a great series most of these series were, the only one you probably could have picked was this, you could have gone Houston and the Lakers, but we didn't know Durant was just going to be out. But then the other one was probably that Timberwolves Nuggets, and that is turning into a knockdown drag out fight. To
be fair, Andy, if we wanted to be cheap, we could have just done the Sixers and Celtics series and given away 4 of them, but we don't want to be cheap.
Giving away 4 of them. Yeah, a couple takeaways from last night's game. The Raptors should have covered that game. That was a game that was fair. Coverable. So when we talk about the zigzag theory, the fact is Brandon Ingram was just awful. He was 3 of 15 from the field. He killed them. But they had some bench guys come in and they played well. Donovan Mitchell is just doing all the heavy lifting. Mobley was insane last night. He was so good, 11 of 13 from the field. But it's just going to be the problem for the Raptors. But I wouldn't be excited about betting on Cleveland to cover the spread in the next one. Hawks and Knicks, it's just going to be a toss-up every single game. Yep. And Timberwolves and Nuggets, yeah, that series is just like, man, when they ended up facing each other in the first round, the other team, Spurs and Thunder had to be like, hallelujah. So one of these teams is going to be eliminated around too early. So, but it's all about winning the championship. So, but I don't know how much I believe in the Timberwolves win. You can't have Anthony Edwards with his injury history that he's dealing with taking 25 shots. In fact, he was only 3 of 11 from the floor. But the biggest problem for the Nuggets is Aaron Gordon is just, he's not durable. He's not healthy, and they depend on him too much, and they just don't have the bench. So they just got to ride with Aaron Gordon. But that guy played.
Aaron Gordon is being Aaron Gordon. Who would have thought that? You know what I mean? It's like barks like a dog, quacks like a duck.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What was his stat line? Let me pull
it was the most line. Aaron Gordon
37
stat.
minutes, 8 points.
Strong.
So Johnson took 10 shots, Jokic 20, Jamal Murray 25, Braun 9 shots. And then they're getting nothing from their bench. Hardaway played 27 minutes. Bruce Brown 60, but you can't play Valanciunas in the series. Spencer Jones gave you 10 minutes and no points and no shot attempts. So, yeah, I don't know what they did. They just have an Aaron Gordon health problem, which they've had, all year, and it's just like you're not going to fix that. So, yeah, they're Timberwolves are definitely a live dog in that one. So,
I'm with you.
All right, let's do all around the world. Then we'll be done with the show today. I went 1-1 in breaking down the NBA games yesterday, so kiss your sister type of day. Let's go with the Celtics and your 76ers, Dan. I really like the over in this one. I just think I think your 76ers are going to be a little bit feisty, and here's why. Your team, Dan, just could not hit a three-pointer. 4 of 23. 4 of 23. Their starters made 2 3-pointers all game. That I just think that's not going to continue. They were 39% from the field. The Celtics, I think their numbers are sustainable. I think you're going to see pretty similar numbers. 39 or 36% from 3, 17 made free throws, 50% from the field, and the rebounding was close. That was the other decent thing. I believe it was 43-40. So all the 76ers need to do is just shoot mediocre from 3. And I think this is a little bit of an overreaction to the unders that Ross was talking about. So I'll go a little bit contrarian here and say the 76ers are going to be a little bit more feisty in a rebound spot. So I'll take the over 216.5. Sabres and Bruins, I mentioned it early. Alex Tuck over half a point. Playoff time, the stars shine. And Buffalo got a gift with 4 goals in the third. I think it's a wake-up call for Buffalo. They're going to come out strong. Tuck had a goal and an assist. He had 4 shots on goal, 1 missed shot. He's on the second power play line. You're getting that at -125. So, Lex, what was it?
We wants us to play. Yeah, as licensing issues, Lex Steele, I would love to play all around the world, but the closest you're going to get is me just going around the world, and I think that's not. Nobody wants that. Yeah. Yeah, nobody wants that.
That's it. That's the best.
Nobody wants that for you, Lex. So we would love to play that, but we also love giving you free plays and winners every single day. We play a couple of those, we'll be kaputs. So, love the comment though.
Bruce, my prop is the Yamamoto. I'm going to talk about that on prop line. I'm going to record that right after this. But yeah, Yamamoto 5.5 should be 6.5. You're getting a free strikeout there. So he's been a good strikeout guy. And he's got good history. He's got good current form, and the situation sets up well for him. Yeah, like if he's mowing them down early and the Giants aren't scoring runs, which could be it's kind of their MO, they're going to leave him in there a long time. So,
well, and Andy, that's also partially why I laid out with Drew, in case people are just joining us, that Yamamoto has never recorded a decision against the Giants, and he's accomplished a lot in his career. I'm not saying that he's going out there thinking, oh, I need to get a win against the Giants because I need another feather in my cap. However, in a situation where a highly lauded pitcher is looking for another feather in the cap, and the situation makes sense that they don't want to go to the bullpen, Yamamoto could have a career night tonight. So, hey, knock on wood. I'm with you, Andy. I'm going to bet that prop right after the show's done. So let's go Yamamoto over on these strikeouts. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. $5 Tuesday.
Andy.
Yeah.
Real quick, I have to remind people, we got a lot of great comments yesterday when we asked, hey, who's your favorite wrestler in the comments below. So before we sign off, if you made it this long in the video, obviously hit that like button and subscribe. And based off of what Drew mentioned, comment below and let us know what is the best uniform in sports. It can be current, it can be throwback.
Ooh.
Best uniform in sports. Andy, obviously I'm biased. I love my Eagles, Kelly Green. The other one the only other team jersey I ever bought in my life, LaDainian Tomlinson era powder blues.
I was going to say the Chargers powder blue is probably going to be a really, really popular one. I will go with the old school White Sox.
Strong.
So, am I the only one that likes the Color Crush? When the NFL used to run those on Thursday night,
I love the Color Rush.
I thought they were awesome. I liked them.
It gave you something to watch other than a horrible game on Thursday night, unless you were colorblind when the Jets and the Bills would play, and then you just saw Brown on the field, unfortunately. But I was a fan of the color rush too. So let us know in the comments below if you made it this far, folks. Obviously, like, subscribe. We appreciate it. But drop in the comments, what do you think the best uniform in sports, current or past, is? We'd love to see you down there. So, Andy, another great show, brother.
Another great show. Good luck on all your bets, guys. We're going to be here same time, same place tomorrow. Good luck on $5 Tuesday. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care.